Hello again, welcome to Fire and Steel. Today we have the pretty famous, I guess,
Yeah.
Kabar BK9. And no, that's for later. So yeah, it looks like this. Blade length 9 inches. Overall length 14 and 3/4 of an inch. Blade thickness is 3/16 of an inch.
3/16 of an inch.
3/16 of an inch.
1095 steel
Mm-hmm.
with black epoxy powder coating,
Mm.
which is pretty usual
Yeah.
in the 1095 knives. For the love of me, I don't understand why people would take it off, but whatever.
Yeah, it's there for a reason.
Yeah. 1095 rusts, so
Mm.
please don't take it off. I know it might look cooler, but goddamn. Anyway, the grind is it's a high flat saber grind.
Mm.
It has that Bowie look to it on the tip, the fighter style tip. The handle material, of course, the blade is full tang. The handle material is Sitel. The knife weighs 1.15 ounces, 1 pound 15 ounces,
Mm.
which is usual weight
Yeah.
for a blade this size.
Mm.
You won't get lighter blades in this size.
No.
If you do, then they're probably not as good, because you need the weight for a chopper like this.
Yeah.
And it's primarily a chopper.
Mm.
Nice thing is, though, you can get your hand really tight to the edge there, so you can do that finer work. It has some jimping on top, but you can put your finger above that, as he did, and get that really, really nice one. And
Yeah,
it doesn't hurt.
Nope.
I couldn't find any hot spots. I've been chopping with it for a while now and used it, and it feels good in the hand.
Yeah.
But
But
the minus is the Sitel handle. The Sitel handle is slippery.
yeah.
It should be more texturized. Now, I know a lot of people put Ranger bands on the handle to get more grip, and you can do that. The thing I love, though, is that there are people that makes micarta handles for this, that are on sale on Knife Center and Blade HQ and Amazon.
Mm.
I'm gonna do that on this one. I'm gonna put some green micarta scales on it. It's gonna be awesome. I think it's gonna really fit the hand well,
Yeah.
more than the Sitel.
Yeah.
The knife retails for 80, 90 to 100, depending on where you buy it. But $90, give or take, is where it's priced at, and that is pretty damn cheap,
Mm.
I think, for a knife this great.
Yeah, it is. Because we have tested a lot of tops contenders to this,
We have
and this wins hands down.
hands down.
There are really no big complaints except the handle, but
Yeah.
I feel the handle work as long as it's not wet.
Yeah,
Hands are
because
wet.
you kind of need a little bit of slippery, so you can get that chop, let the knife do the work,
Yeah.
and not so you don't have to squeeze your hand around all the time. But I would love to try micarta on it.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to buy that, and we're going to revisit this knife after months of usage.
Mm.
It has a big laner hold at the end there, and a pommel.
And I like this pommel. It doesn't get in the way when you're chopping.
No, and
It doesn't stick in your palm anywhere.
it's not protruding either.
No.
It doesn't stick out half an inch out of the blade, and
It doesn't have that pointy glass breaking stuff.
the balance point is great on the knife as well.
Yeah.
It feels very good in the hand, and it's been a while since we bought it, but we used it quite a bit now, and I love it. I think this is, for people on a budget, this is the blade to go.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I mean, it chops, it does fine work, it's sharp as hell. And 1095 with this coating on, we know for a fact that it's not going to rust. Pretty easy to sharpen, and it holds an edge very well.
Yeah. Straight edge all the way.
Yeah. So,
and I like this.
yeah. And tops always put a hook here, which hurts. Well, not always, but on some of the blades they have.
Yeah.
They're big
all
choppers.
All of the ones we have tested.
Yeah, the big choppers we've tested have this.
This feels great.
It does. Sheath. Now, it outperforms tops on sheaths as well.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same type of sheath. It's ballistic nylon. It has a pocket. And a belt loop. Pretty big one. But what they did is they put Velcro and a button. Put on your belt. And I like this solution. I can put it on my belt without having to take the belt off.
Yep.
It's really good. And the button, because again Velcro gets dirty and it stops working. Also a button to fit the knife in. With the Velcro on the sides to, maybe if you put different handles on, it might not fit as well, but it's gonna fit now because you have such adjustments possibilities for the knife. And again, button, awesome. Molly webbing behind, which also feels better than tops. It's tighter. It has more of these side-going webbings, not just 3. The tops has, you have 4. A smaller sheath than some of the top knives.
Yeah, and you got a lot of loop options.
Yeah, a lot of loop options.
Top and bottom.
Top and bottom for yeah, putting in paracord for a lanyard or something like that, or thigh strap or something like that. Feels sturdier than the top sheath. It does.
Stiffer.
Yeah, and it has an insert. The insert is Kydex, so it's not that bullshit plastic. It tightens in, so it puts the knife in. Has a little bit of a rattle, but not too much. The knife is also ambidextrous, so you can put it in both ways, which is great.
Yeah.
I love that. It's such a small little detail, but it works. And there's almost no rattle. At least not for left-hand carries. A little bit more for right hand, but doesn't matter. Now, it has a pocket in front with Velcro. That's a big pocket. And bonus episode. In here, it has a small sheath. With the BK13 Remora, which is a small knife. Overall length on this one is 5 1/4 of an inch. Blade length is 2 1/4 of an inch. 440A stainless steel. It's not a great steel by any means, but I mean, whatever. It's such a small knife. It's 0.12 inches thick. It's a hollow grind. But it's pretty damn thick for such a small knife. There are some lanyard options here, and also you can tie paracord around, so you can get a better grip to it, or better handle. Retails for $20-25, which is pretty cheap. And the genius part is it comes with the knife comes with its own sheath. But if you own the BK9, you can just throw that shit away, because inside here you have your own. They put a sheath for the Remora inside the sheath. I think that's great. Yeah, that's ingenious. So it's an option, and it doesn't take up space for the pocket. The pocket is still there. It's pretty big and roomy. So you can get a lot in here for whatever you need. But I really like that solution, if you have that small BK13 Remora sheath inside the BK9 sheath. So yeah, this knife is highly recommended.
Yeah.
It's, in my opinion, extremely recommended. I understand why so many people love this knife. I do. And I also want to make a new sheath for it. A Kydex one. Again, Cryptek Typhon or Cryptek Mandrake, I think would look great if you put the green micarta handles on. We make a Cryptek Mandrake Kydex sheath for it. I think it'll look awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah. You have anything to say?
No, not much more to say. For the price, it cannot be beaten, in my opinion.
No. No, I don't think so either. I think
It performs
flawlessly.
Yeah,
To be honest, it's
just as good as much pricier knives.
much pricier knife.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not a budget blade, but I would say it's a budget blade for the size, for the materials. It's a budget blade, and but it feels like a high quality, expensive $250, $300 knife.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely.
So and some nice solutions. So props to K-Bar for. I actually am falling a little bit in love with the K-Bar knives. They are bringing some really high, good quality.
Yep.
And for the Americans, they know that it's made in Olean, New York. So K-Bar makes their knives in the States. Sheaths are Chinese though, but doesn't really matter.
No.
So yeah, that's the K-Bar BK9.
And the BK13 Remora. Goodbye, gentlemen.
Oh. Nå kommer den største.